Good morning. Well, as you can see, I'm sat on my sofa because I've been watching the Olympics. I don't know whether you have, but I love watching the Olympics. I love finding out about sports I didn't know anything about or supporting teams. And I love particularly watching the relays, especially in the swimming and the athletics. And actually, those are most of the relays, aren't they? I think it's fascinating watching them because they have to be able to do their race but recognizing they're part of something bigger. So they can't just go off and do their own thing. They need to be aware of everybody else. There's not really a place for a diva in a relay or in a team, is there? The team need to be working well together. And in some ways that makes me think of this reading from Romans chapter 12 today, which reminds us to not think of ourselves more highly than we ought, but rather with sober judgment, according to the faith that God has given us. And of course, this reading is part of a bigger passage, which is all about being part of the body of Christ, being part of God's household of faith. So when we think about it in that context, God is reminding us through Paul in this reading in Romans that we are part of something bigger, and actually how we think of ourselves in that is really important. I wonder whether you've ever thought about the fact that being part of the body of Christ is a little bit like being part of a team, that we are cheering one another on, that we're not pushing ourselves so far forward that we're the sort of the diva, but that we are, according to the faith God has given us, recognising who we are as part of God's household of faith, part of the body of Christ. So today, why not think about how you are part of God's family? Maybe think of it as a bit like a relay team, that we are cheering one another on. That we can think of ourselves with sober judgment, recognising that we are part of something bigger. Bless you.